I'm not quite sure how long this clip will last. I'm not sure of how quick the battery will go, so I'm just going to get straight to it. This is an update on the no dating commitment clip that I did a while ago, probably a few months ago. I don't know exactly when I did it. I talked then about being on a no dating commitment and how other people choose it and what it can bring. So I was asked to do an update to follow up because mine ended on 22nd of April. It's in time for my 50th birthday on the 23rd of April, which was a pure coincidence. But I think I talked in the previous one of how it probably was well timed because I had a busy 3 months planned when I did mine anyway, so it just allowed me some freedom in terms of I guess being able to focus on my projects, which was wonderful. So what do I wish to share? Well, it's been, when I look back on it, it's probably been more amazing than I would have said when I was in it. I think when I was in it, there was no real difference. But what I've noticed, it did give me clarity and sort of brought my thoughts together a bit more than they probably would have if I just carried on as normal. Because I think although obviously I wasn't dating before I did it, there was no real clarity in my mind of why I wasn't dating. I had an idea of who I would like to date, characteristics. But again, with the no dating commitment, it kind of consolidated all of that. I've kind of continued it in the way of I'm still watching clips. I'm probably watching more clips now about relationships than I was before. So maybe it just clarified for me that I would like a relationship after all of this, maybe. It clarified a little bit more of what I would like and what I wouldn't like. I had a fair idea and I've kind of followed them, but I think maybe it just consolidated them in terms of these are the definite deal breakers. I did change one to be a definite deal breaker. I can't remember if I spoke about this in the previous video, but I had said in other ones, or previously, I would be okay dating somebody who drank alcohol, as long as it wasn't a big deal, there was no issue with it. What I consolidated in this no dating commitment was actually, just like with smoking, I'd rather it be somebody who didn't smoke, didn't drink, didn't anything, and maybe look at other addictions within that. And although it wouldn't be a red flag for some addictions, a conversation could be had around them perhaps. So that happened. What else? I wrote a list of what I'd like. So what I'd like, the deal breakers, and also what I can offer now, and also what I would like to offer. So what I'm also working towards, because I think it's so easy, isn't it, to look at other people and say, oh, what can they offer me? Are they ticking my boxes? But am I ticking my own? Hugely important. Because often we can find, and I've had these conversations with people and say, well, you want that in somebody, do you offer that? And surely we can't expect it from somebody else if we're not offering it ourselves. So that's what I've looked at what I offer. What I offer now, my current situation and the person I am now, and then what I'll also be able to offer, because we're all developing, aren't we? We're all changing. we all have focuses of things that we'd like to change in our lives and improve on. And ideally, I'd like to say to somebody, prospective, a date or a prospective relationship perhaps, of, these are the things I'm working towards. This is who I am now. These are my focuses for this year, and it's my development areas. I think that's hugely important, isn't it, to show people that you work on yourself. You don't just expect other people to work. And because I won't accept people with addictions, and some might be amber flags in terms of what addictions they are, looking at my addictions, because we all have them. I maybe don't have, I don't smoke, never have, don't do drugs, never have. I don't drink alcohol, I have previously, but not to any degree of addiction. But there'll be other addictions I have, or other obsessions or other things that aren't necessarily healthy. So it's important for that to happen as well, isn't it? Another thing I realised hadn't shifted that much was, it shifted a little bit, but would I approach somebody and ask them on a date? Probably not. I don't think that will change actually, but I'm okay with that as well. I'm okay with, I don't like to do that. I don't like to put myself out there that way. I find it hard to. I think I have done it in the past. And I'm okay making the second move or the third, whatever, but not necessarily the first. I don't really like those. I also realised that I like a more gentle approach. I did have, I would call it full-on approach. Someone approached me confidently, and you can tell by my language, me just saying it was a full-on approach. That's how it felt for me. It felt a bit off-putting, a bit too much, probably because of the setting we were in. And if the approach had happened at a party or a cafe or somewhere different, whereas we were in a group setting and people were all around us, I don't think I acknowledged that approach in the best way. But that was really good, as I say, because what came out of that was me thinking, okay, I know I prefer a gentler approach or a softer approach or just a different approach. And maybe I have to, in myself, acknowledge that an approach from someone else will not come in the exact way that I would like it to come. And that's huge, isn't it? A lot of these shifts, even if not necessarily moved to dating straight after no dating commitment, it's actually quite nice just to go, actually these are the things that I've noticed. I've noticed that although I have my list of things I would like, there are some areas that I'm willing to consider differences in, because obviously you don't know somebody fully to understand how they show particular values, or if their values are in fact the same or different to yours. Sometimes at first glance we can think that person doesn't have the same values as me because they talk this way, but maybe they have the same values in action, it's just their talk around it is different. So I've learnt to look at that, and I've learnt that actually I can be attracted to somebody on the face of things, and in actuality and in person. But when I sit and think about it, actually, they don't have the things that I want, or it doesn't appear. And also, when you get into thinking about somebody, are we actually seeing the person they are, or are we imagining them as being different? Are we imagining being with a person who actually is not that person in front of us? I think I've done that quite a lot. I think I've done it recently, given somebody more chances, and I have to be firmer within my thoughts and requirements. So it's still, I'm not officially continuing the commitment. I have said it's over. I am open to dating more and more, and I'm seeing that shift in me, which is good. I'm seeing a more focused shift and understanding, which is even better. Nothing has happened yet. I was moving this camera because there's a bee, gorgeous bee, I don't know if you can pick it up. But it's been really good for me to see the shift and more openness towards dating and giving it a chance and giving people a chance. And knowing what I want is becoming more and more clear. But also, and this is the area probably I need more answers to for myself, when I'm willing to give people a chance. Is that wrong? Should I be more interested in closing it off and saying no? And I'm looking at that in terms of these red, amber and green flags. You know, the things I'm more willing to give them a chance. Is that the good stuff? Or should I be closing off more and more? So that's a good question for me to know, to be firmer within myself of, is it completely natural for me to just open up a little bit more, be willing to try something with somebody and just see how it pans out? Or should I be saying a firm, no, that person is definitely not for me because I've seen enough to know? And sometimes you don't see enough, do you? You know, I do like to give people a chance. Sometimes that doesn't work out in the way that I'd wish it to. But I am that person. And I may give people more chances than they give me. And that's okay. There's an update on the no dating commitment. It's over, it's finished. Great value from it. I would do it again if I felt I needed to. But at the moment I'm enjoying just learning a bit more on a softer approach. How about you? Are you on one at the moment? Are you enjoying it? Do you think you need to do one? Where do you sit at the moment with yours? Wherever you sit, I wish you well. I hope you're happy. Hope you're safe. Enjoy.